and thank you for coming to my YouTube channel, Deb Chanel's What Is World. Let's talk about the soaps today. Let's talk about The Bold and the Beautiful that aired on today, Tuesday, April 18, 2017. Oh, okay, a Forster family emergency meeting is called, and attendance is Rick, Maya, Brooke, Bridge, Steffi, Thomas, and Rick. Okay, we're all there, and of course, sharpshooter RJ. And they're discussing the sabotage, the stealing, everything going on with their wardrobes or creations of gowns they collected to have a showroom fashion show of their own. However, they were stolen. Yes, they were stolen, guys, by Sally Spectra, Grams, and Saul, and Darlita, meaning really Grams and Saul. Okay, we go where Graham comes in to see how Sally's doing. Sally says she shouldn't have listened to her. Sally's telling Graham Thomas said he would have helped her. Graham said, yeah, but I listened to you. RJ is looking at Coco like he's disgusted also. He's asking Coco how could she do this to his family. Rick is asking Thomas what did he see at the fashion show when he was over there. He said I saw it all of their collections on stage. At first I did, but when they started coming back on stage, meaning the models, they all encircled Sally. At every, excuse me, one of their designs was on stage looking back at him. And then we have Sally and Grams are fussing at what Sally lost, not Grams. Sally says she destroyed her and Coco. Dreams. Grams don't care. She only talking about the money. She said, money over men all day, every day. Got Coco is trying to explain to RJ, but he's still looking at her like she stinks or something. RJ is asking her, did you talk to Sally? After she explains to RJ what actually happened, she said no. She couldn't find her because she was running after Thomas at the time. Then Coco says it was her. RJ is looking confused. We go to commercial, we come back. We have Thomas said Sally was wrong, but she's not that despicable. Then we have Ridge wants to file an injunction, something Maya had brought up first. Want to see what Carter can do about it. Everyone wants to call the cops on Sally and her crew. And want to throw Coco in there for good measure as well. Then we have Sally's telling Grams Thomas loved her. Sally's trying to save her relationship with Thomas. She's trying to put a spin on it, saying, well, maybe we can say it was a gag. It wasn't like we actually stole their designs. And I'm looking at her like, just as stupid as Graham was looking at her. Graham said, oh, no, you're not going to do that. Okay. And then Sally tells Graham, we didn't earn this collection. We stole these designs. They're not ours. So what is there to be happy about? And Sally tells Graham and Saul they lost more than she would ever gain in money revenue. Coco tells RJ about the cameras in her jewelry that the family gave her to wear. She knew nothing of it. Coco tells RJ she's sorry. She tries to leave, but RJ stops her and tells her he believes her. He also gives her a hug of embrace. Then we go to Grams. Grams, our little Saul, says we are happy. Forget you and Coco. Graham says the Spectre name will live on. Okay, all righty then, Graham. Then we got Brooke is asking Thomas, how is he doing? Steffi comes over to give Thomas some more grief, but Brooke shuts her down and tells Stephanie to leave him alone for another day. Okay. Then we got Rick says Carter's going to be working on this. Ridge goes to the design room to face Coco. There's Steffi, Thomas, Ridge. They go hard in on Coco. And RJ is being just like the little man he is. He goes hard for Coco, telling his family Coco had nothing to do with it. The heist of their collection. It was all her sister and her grandmother. And the rest of the crew over there. Then Thomas is pretty much saying, don't believe it all. It's true. Just let it go. Let her go. I'm like, see, that's why I call Thomas follow the leader. Thomas, because he can never stand up for anything. He could have did the same thing RJ did with Coco, but then he could have explained how anybody would be desperate, especially if they're trying to save their family legacy. If we were put in those shoes, we probably would did the same thing. So he could have reversed it and showed them that he still cared about Sally, and her motives were pure at the time, but she had a lot of weight on her shoulders. And instead of her just reaching out for help or asking for help, she did the next best thing I guess a person would do in those circumstances, unless they were just purely filled with morality, the Lord, and everything else, and they just couldn't do it. They just rather go bankrupt, you know. But the writers didn't play it that way, okay? Writers always have to have that evil twist to it. Instead of let be, you know what I'm saying? And let us see a new spectrum arises and not the same old ragtag swimming in the gutter, gotta claw your way up to the top, and you don't care who you step on by doing so. The writers haven't learned their lesson as yet either, I see. But then, let's see. Okay, then we go with Sally's going in on Saul and Grounds about merit and morality. Ground says we are bottom feeders and she better embrace it. Ground tells Sally, don't do anything crazy. And then the family's still going on Coco, like it ain't nobody's business. And Coco is still caught in the middle. The family want her gone, and Thomas tells RJ to just listen to the family. Then Thomas and Sally still are thinking about each other. Um, Sally's licking her wounds in her mind, thinking about Thomas, and Thomas is acting like some little spoiled rich kid that's 2 or 3 years old. You know, can't lick his wounds without, pouring more hurt onto what he feels Sally should have came to him honestly. Like, come on, were you really honest when you slept with your father's wife? Were you that forthcoming? No. When you slept or tried to sleep with Brooke, were you that forthcoming? No. And I'm like, y'all all crazy in my book. This episode was whack. And anyway, RJ runs after Coco before she gets on the elevator to leave. Coco is telling RJ they really weren't meant to be together. She's a spectrum by birthright. He's one by birthright as well, and two don't mix. But are we forgetting about um what is called Thorne when he married Mason? She was a spectra. And the other little woman that didn't have no money either, and she didn't come for nothing but trailer park trash as well, and that was Donna. But they were able to become foresters. So is it far fetched that Sally could have just told him the truth, or Thomas could have saw how Jared had cut her to the bone and he could have enlisted his help for her? I mean, come on. I mean, all the people that's going hard for one another is Coco and RJ, and they the youngest one of the bunch that make any kind of sense. I'm like, ugh, when are we gonna start with only blue blood is supposed to be with blue blood and poor people aren't supposed to be with poor people? When are we gonna get off that mentality, people? Ugh, this episode's just pure whack. I just want to tell y'all that. I wasn't excited about it at all. I was disappointed and disgusted myself. But anyway, y'all, that was The Bold and the Beautiful. The writers could have did a definitely better job than what they gave us. But it just is what it is. We are where we are. Hopefully tomorrow will be better, okay? And some level heads will prevail. But that was my take. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.